Hey guys, so if you were like me and you had comfortably settled into your new Razer Kraken Ultimate headset, only to find that Razer had just released the new Blackshark V2 and were a little bit disappointed, I'm completely with you. I decided to buy the headset so I could do a thorough pros and cons on whether or not I think you should upgrade and spend your hard-earned money on the latest offering from Razer, or if you should keep what you already got and hang on to it for a little while longer. Let's check it out. Now, at first glance, these two headsets are vastly different. You've got the Kraken Ultimate, which is a robust, chunky headset. It's made of steel and aluminum, and it has velour ear cups with leather on the outside. But this is a big headset. It sits on top of your head and snaps down, but it doesn't really provide a snug fit. It's more of what I'd consider to be kind of like a helmet as opposed to headphones. It really just rests on your head. One downside about it is you can just lean forward and it can slide off. If you move your head around a lot, that might be a big deal. Now, with the new Blackshark, they changed up the design pretty significantly, and they have sliders for the cups. No clicking, so I don't know how those will wear long term, but when you put them on your head, it's like putting a glove on. You can feel the passive noise canceling around your head. It grips your head very slightly. It's a very comfortable fit, and I would definitely say in terms of comfort, this is a huge upgrade. Now, the fit and looks of a headset aren't everything. Really, when it comes down to it, what matters is how it performs. I was really impressed with this headset, enough so that I bought it and kept it and played with it for 6 months or so before this came out. Some of the things that I really enjoyed about it, the spatial awareness in the Kraken Ultimates. If you have not tried them, the Kraken Tournament Edition and Ultimate Edition both have impressive spatial sound. I was finding that I was getting at least a second or so more advanced notice on footsteps versus some of the other headsets that I'd tried. The Kraken Ultimates beat out 10 other headsets that I tried to be my go-tos. That's pretty important. Now, with that being said, how does the Blackshark compare? I think that the Ultimates have a little bit of an edge on the Blackshark V2 when it comes to the specifics and small details and spatial awareness and the ability to pick out people and things around you. I think this headset is a little bit more boomy. It's got a little bit more bass. It's punchier, but it doesn't have the accuracy and fine details that the Kraken Ultimate still has. And to be fair, these are in the same price range. They're both $99. You can use the 10 off coupon that Razer has on their website, bump that down and essentially pay for the shipping. So these are essentially brother-sister headsets or whatever you want to call them. So I think comparison is pretty just. These are better for sound. These are better for looks and fit, at least so far. Let's continue. Let's talk about microphones. The Kraken Ultimate has a microphone that stores away pretty neatly. It's kind of a cool feature. I don't really use it much because the microphone's usually out, or it's something where I can move it out of the way for a short while if I'm eating or something like that. It is kind of cool that it's packed away for convenience sake, but not that big of a deal. As far as performance goes, I really don't have any complaints. I chose the Ultimate over the Tournament Edition because the mic is a bit better. The Tournament Edition was a bit soft, not as detailed. One downside, caveat, I do get some popping sounds every now and again. If I'm breathing, it'll pick that up and it'll kind of go and then it'll cut out. It's almost like the noise canceling capabilities caught on and said, oh, he's breathing, quick, shut it down. So you'll hear that sound from time to time, and it's annoying, but it doesn't really seem to impact the quality of the microphone. And after this, I'll actually show you, or provide you rather, with some samples of the microphone from each one of these headsets. So with the Blackshark V2, it does have a detachable microphone, which is a cool feature. But to be honest with you, I feel like the profile is a little bit more invasive just from the positioning of the mic. It feels like you catch it more in your peripheral than the Kraken Ultimate. Also, it just has a larger foam cushion on the end, which I believe is supposed to dampen your breathing. So that's a plus. I think what Razer is attempting to do with the Blackshark is they want you to get out of your basement and show your friends what a cool new headset you have and blend right in and be cool outside of the home, but I don't know if that's successful or not. Anyways, they both are corded, and I would say that the Blackshark has definitely made an improvement in that regard. Tons of complaints on the Kraken Ultimate. That cord is a beast. You have to snake that along in such a way that it's not rubbing on anything, or it'll drive you insane. It's nuts. This one is a little bit more bendy, but it is a little bit susceptible to twisting and bending, and it can get snagged on things if you happen to set your headset down in the same location in the same way. So there are some pros and cons there. Hopefully I'm filling you in on all the dainty details as we go along. As far as performance goes with this, I actually get tons of compliments in game from both headsets. This does not have any popping issues. It has an EQ within the Razer software, which is pretty impressive. I don't think it's a lot of tinkering or a lot of changes, but you can mess around with it a little bit should you choose to.
All right, first off, I'm providing you with a sample from the Razer Blackshark V2. I have my microphone set at 100%, and I have the equalizer on its default setting. I have the mic boost and voice gate both off, and none of the enhancements are checked. For this sample, I did have to bump up my side tone to 100% just so I could hear myself clearly. That usually is the case during games as well. So next up, I have some of the enhancements checked for you, and we'll go with that right now. Okay, this time around, I am using some enhancements from the Razer software. I have the voice gate set to medium, volume normalization set to 50, vocal clarity at 50, and then ambient noise reduction on as well. I found that this setup generally is a little bit more compressed and unstable. It feels like the volume is going up and down. I'm not a big fan of this so far. Obviously, if you were to tinker with these settings, you might be able to find a better sweet spot. But this is at least what you can hear with some of the enhancements at half of their rate. Okay, I'm using the voice recorder app again to record the Razer Kraken Ultimate Edition. I have my microphone set to 100 with the side tone set to 85. I feel like the side tone's a little bit better with this headset. I have the mic sensitivity off and all of the enhancements off. There are fewer options with this headset. It's just a little bit more simple in comparison to the Blackshark. Now I'm going to do a recording of the more enhanced version. Here is the Razer Kraken with all of the enhancements. I have 50%. I have the mic noise cancellation on as well, and the mic sensitivity set to 50% on medium. So I tried to do as close as I could to the Blackshark as far as enhancements go, so you can have a fair comparison there in output. So hopefully this is helpful. I'll let you determine for yourself which one you prefer.
So you want more detail. Okay, yes, that makes sense. This headset, because it fits your head a little bit tighter than the Kraken Ultimate, it does get warm relatively fast. I'd say 30 to 45 minutes. you're going to feel the heat and you're probably going to have to take these off for a second. The Kraken Ultimates, one of the little novelty items, I guess we'll call it, is the gel ear cushions. I will say, when you buy them and put them on for the first time, you're going to go, whoa, that's kind of nice. It kind of picks up the ambient air temperature, and basically that cooling gel puts that against your head, and it lasts for about, I would say, maybe 10 minutes. That's about it. So kind of a cool novelty feature there. Another thing too, which to be honest with you, I consider the LEDs to be kind of a novelty. Some people build their entire rigs based off the LED. Sweet, good for you. But I don't think it's that much of a big deal, where I would say definitely buy the Kraken over the Blackshark. Let's see, details. Hooah! More details. The volume knob. Let's talk about that for a little bit. Both of them are very different. Blackshark has a huge volume knob, and it's nice. You can just reach back, grab that thing, and rotate it around and make that music so loud you blow your brains out. Not really. But that being said, you do not get any feedback. You just roll it until it clicks and stops. With the Kraken, even though it has this little wheel on the back, you do get a notification on your desktop that shows you what volume number you're at. That's a small detail that I find tends to go in favor of the Krakens. I like knowing what number I'm at. Maybe I'm OCD. I just like knowing that I'm not damaging my hearing, or at least it's the same since last time. So that's something to speak of. Okay, so USB connection. They both have them. On top of that, the Blackshark has a sweet dongle here with an aux cord. Who doesn't like saying dongle, I might add. Anyways, yeah, the Blackshark, portable. Kraken, not portable. Stay in your basement, go on trips, or other things. Anyways, that's worth mentioning. Okay, so music is another primary reason of why you might decide one headset over the other, how these headsets perform with music. Fortunately for you, that one's an easy answer. They both work well, very well. In fact, like I mentioned, you have a little bit more punchy bass with this headset, so if you like bass, maybe you'll go with these. I'm not going to say that the Kraken does not have bass. They just deliver very differently. This is a little bit more punchy. You can actually feel it on the sides of your head, but the software is the biggest difference between these, and I'll do my best to explain. So the Kraken, you have surround on or stereo on, and it can automatically detect if you're playing a game or if you're using Spotify, and it swaps that automatically for you. Even when you hit the THX button on the back, it knows. I don't know how it knows, but it knows. Just kidding. You actually adjust those manually yourself, but the process for the Blackshark is a little bit more in depth. You do have to tinker with game mode versus a couple other modes. It was kind of frustrating, but you can get the job done with both. Oh yeah, also, is it worth mentioning that Razer might have ripped off 3M? I don't know, but these are some safety headphones that I have. I noticed some similarities. Do you? I don't know. That's not my lawsuit. That's not my problem. Yeah. Anyways, getting back to business, I'm going to briefly just cover why you would want these over these. Okay, this is it. Here's my summary. Buy these if you do not care about bass, if you're willing to deal with a scratchy cord, but in turn have better performance in spatial sound and more details, if you like cool things like LEDs or cooling cushions, go with this. It is a little bit more durable, I think, long term. I like that there is metal in the headset. It straight up says in the manual, by the way, you might have to bend this to get it to fit your head. Sorry, little detail. Back to the summary. Since the mics are essentially a tie, here is the summary as to why you might want to buy this headset. Buy this if you want to look cooler. Buy this if you want a detachable mic. I would say buy this if you like the portability and the flexibility with the aux cable. And you prefer comfort. Comfort is a huge thing that Razer is selling with the Blackshark. It feels great. It is not too tight on your head. It's just a very well polished package. I didn't want to say that, but I did. Oh well. So hopefully that was helpful to you. I did my best to be as thorough as I could and bring you a fun video. If you liked it, subscribe, maybe. Or not. Whatever. Have a great day.